Start it. Roll call.
Can I get a roll call?
To be a Texas Longhorn football player, it means you have to uphold a certain standard.
I get the opportunity to come out here, play for the University of Texas, put the shirt on my back, and represent a whole state.
It was my childhood dream. It's come true, and it's been everything I could imagine.
Today was our first reporting day here back at the University of Texas. We checked into the dorms at Jester East. Just being back into the groove of things, seeing all my teammates and my brothers here. It's an enlightening experience. It's just very fun.
Yeah, he said stash is ridiculous.
It's ugly, isn't it?
It's gross. It's gross. It's pretty disgusting.
It's just dirty.
I thought he had like a little caterpillar on his lip or something, a little dirt stain.
Welcome back to Football Family. I know you've been working all summer and you've been working hard. And you've gotten a lot of things accomplished. Now it's time to play some football. There's no holes for the rats to crawl in now. Everybody's working. Everybody's working and nobody's hiding.
Boom, right here. And guess where the ball's going? Right there.
Tie your shoes? Well, they fell off. You're wasting my time.
We're going to do what's best for this football team, and we're not going to ask you. And we'd really rather not have your opinion unless we ask you. If we ask you, we'd like your opinion. The guys that are out here this afternoon have not earned the right to have an opinion. Let me help you with that. Have you been to a national championship game?
Yes, sir.
Have you been second in the country?
Yes, sir.
Have you been third in the country?
Yes, sir.
The guys that we ask have. So when you do all that, come see me, and we'll ask your opinion. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Snap down, kick up. It is long enough. It is good! Good! Texas wins an amazing Rose Bowl, 38-37.
You know, the national championship game is here next year. Would you like to come back to Pasadena?
Yes, sir. We'll be back.
Yes, sir.
We've had a great spring. Just make sure we end it right. Because we want to go back where we were last year, and we want to win again. We want to win it all. You got to see it. You got to envision it.
Delvin Young down to the 10, the 5, goal line, touchdown Texas.
It is hard, man. You just have 13 of them.
Got a lot of time. Throws in zone, cut! Touchdown Texas! Fumble, no question. Ball loose. Drew Kelson knocked the ball free.
Get them on, baby. Life.
This ain't no smiling, this ain't no joking. We're going to finish these guys.
Heroes come from this game, born from extraordinary efforts like this.
Charles finds some daylight. He is a speedster.
Longhorn fans making a lot of noise when he two shotgun snapped. The Bomar hit as he fell. The ball's fumbled. It's picked up. Lumbering down the field, Rod Light. The 5-year run of the Sooners is over.
Beating OU is not the only thing this team's got ahead of them.
History to make it right up.
A sellout crowd greets the horn.
Selvin Young up the middle, breaks a tackle to the 5, goal line, touchdown Texas.
Things that make teams championship teams are what you're doing.
This determines what you really are.
Up the sidelines, say goodnight to this one.
That's how we do down here.
You didn't give in. You didn't give up.
You know what? It's a statement by Mack Brown saying we're going to go try to win a national championship.
11-0, baby. You're the only one in America right now. It's 11-0.
It ain't over, it's just starting.
They've got a shot at winning a national championship for the first time in a long time.
USC, we come.
Yeah. Hey, Longhorn! Yeah! I got a question. What's up, question? How you feel? I feel great. Roses, I'm bringing them home. 1, 2, 3. Texas up.
How much fun?
He's going for the corner. He's got it. Texas has defeated Southern California to win the national championship.
The favorite tradition to me at the University of Texas is the hook 'em sign because you don't even have to say hello.
It's a gesture, and I think gestures are very powerful things, and something that's universal.
It's an international sign. You don't have to say hook 'em. You don't have to say where it is or what it is. Everybody knows where you're from and what you mean.
You can go anywhere and throw it up, and they know what you're talking about. The first time I went to India, I was coming off the plane, and there was a man, and I guess his daughter attended the university, And he looked at me, and he kind of did a double take, and then he threw up the hook up.
My name is Harley Clark. In November of 1955, at a pep rally at Gregory Gymnasium, I showed everybody how to do this and proclaimed this our official hand sign. Back in those days, we called the cheerleaders yell leaders. So I had been elected by the student body to be the yell leader.
Henry Pitts, a friend of Harley Clark, who was the head cheerleader, came up with the idea of, if you put your hand like this, it looks a little bit like a Longhorn.
So I went around after that, checking with some of the students, asking them what they thought about it. And almost unanimously, they said, no, that won't work, that's sort of corny. But I thought it was a natural.
Harley liked the idea so much that at the big football rally, November 11th, 1955, at the end of the rally, just announced to the students.
I got everybody quiet. I put my hands up. I explained to them that they could make their hands into the head of a Longhorn.
He sort of demonstrated the hand sign and announced to the students, this is going to be our official hand signal for the University of Texas.
I was standing on the stage and I could see the kids down on the floor of the gymnasium sort of struggling with making their hands into the head of a Longhorn for the first time. Even some of the yell leaders were up on the stage, they were doing it like this. But it's much more natural and comfortable and appropriate to do it with the horns out this way. And someone came up and grabbed a hold of my right elbow and wheeled me around with some vigor. And I looked down and it was Dean Nowotny. He was a little short fella. He'd been dean of the student life for years and years at the university. And I said, well, Dean, what's the problem? He said, look, you haven't asked my permission to proclaim this is our official hand sign before you stand up here and tell everybody that it's going to be our official hand sign. And I haven't taken it up to the president of the university to get his permission to have this as our official hand sign before you stand up here and proclaim it as our official hand sign. You know, now you got it started, I can't stop it. I said, well, Dean, that's good. He said, well, it's not good. And I said, well, Dean, you need to look on the bright side of things. Instead of our mascot being a Longhorn, it could have been a unicorn.
The next day at the football game, the hand sign was all over the student section. And before the game was over, the alumni had picked it up as well, and it became a tradition ever since.
People around here know exactly how to do it. You know, fans, students, guys who I play with, it's like this. It's sacred.
The proper way. Just make sure you connect them two. Make sure you get that nice little circle and throw the horns up.
You join the thumb with the middle two fingers and the index finger and the little finger at the end, and you hold it up with pride.
You see people going like this and like this, but this is the proper way to do it.
The horns facing outboard like this, and then what you do with it after that is up to you.
Some people bring together. The new generation, we kind of do it like this here. So make sure you do it right.
What we are supposed to do as coaches is give our guys an advantage by strategy. You've got to evaluate the previous game, create an edge for them each week. That starts on Sunday, that starts on Saturday night after a ball game. I'm a guy, if the plan's not working, change it. I want it changed, and I want it changed fast to make it work. How can I help create an edge of enthusiasm and toughness and confidence on Saturday?